Yo, what is up, guys? This is RizzyPOW, and this is my draft analysis for the TBU. So, yeah, this is my draft analysis for the TBU. Season 3 of the TBU, we are going to be a new coach. We are going to be the Phoenix Sunfloras, as I always am, because the Phoenix Sunfloras are the best, much better than other teams like the Phoenix Sunkerns or even the Phoenix Sunstones, even though there's no Phoenix Sunstones. You know, somebody should make a Phoenix Sunstones and then join the NPL. That would make a triple Phoenix Suns, but whatever. Yeah, so this is gonna be my draft analysis for the TBU, and we had our live draft on stream actually, which was chaotic as hell. We're one of the only leagues that actually had a live draft on stream. Nothing was done before, and except for our mega picks, so that was extremely chaotic. But we did do it all, which was crazy. And yeah, so the thing that with the TBU has a pretty complicated draft system, not gonna lie. So we draft 11 mons plus a bench voted pick. So we have 8 mons that we can draft regularly, and then the other 2 are bench picks, and then the last one is a bench voted pick, which is voted by you, the viewers. So my first 8 picks were, the first 8 picks, they have to have at least one A rank, a B rank, a C rank, a D rank, and an E rank. Okay, you have to do all of that. And the only time that you can, if you want to draft something that is below an E rank, it has to be done before the bench picks, because the bench picks have to be all E and above, as well as the bench voted pick. So you have to leave 90 points for your bench voted pick, and you get a total of 1,250 points, I think. So you need to get all of those in the first 8 picks, in A, B, C, D, and an E rank. So that is pretty cool. Originally I wanted Megaladios, and I ended up getting sniped, so I went with Megaladios. So I was 4th, and it was a snake draft. So Alex, the onesie Bennett, he actually ended up getting Megaladios, which kind of sucked, but I do have Megaladios, which in a way is a bit more versatile because I have stuff like D-Dance. It's a pretty good D-Dancer, and I've already looked at some some matchups, and I can definitely use DD Megaladios. Also, guys, I will tell you the divisions that I am in. I don't know my schedule just yet. At the time of recording this, maybe by the time I'm uploading this, I will know it, and if I do, I will put it up all on the screen. But the divisions, let me actually find the divisions real quick. I don't have them off the top right here. So I'm going to be in a division with the Tampa Bay Luxrays, which is Monotui, the Orso Merced Scissors. I probably pronounced that way wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's Scissorsome. The Sublime Salamence, so that is Xenon. The Munchlaster United, that's King Bub. Phoenix Sunfloras, of course, us. The Gothenburg Garchomps, which is Skyrender. Bristol Badoost, which is Eric Ashton Akai. And the last one is St. Louis Sableyes, which is the losers of the league. Just kidding. But it's Danicki, and our out-of-division match is going to be Potato Jim, which is the Meath Mamoswines. There we go. So there's a division. We're going to be battling everyone in there, so that is pretty cool. But we drafted the mega round pick before the actual draft started, and we did it all beforehand, or all tweeted out the day before. So I ended up getting Megaladios, so I'm pretty happy about that. It gets a lot of stuff, you know. It can be offensive, it can be defensive, it gives me a Victini check, it gives me something like a Lando I check, which wasn't drafted unfortunately, which I would not mind going up against a Lando, because I have the best check being Megaladios. I guess Megaladios is a better check, but whatever. So the team that I originally wanted to go Megaladios, let me just read it out. This would have been the perfect draft with it, at least I thought. Let me find it real quick. The team that I really wanted with it was a Sand Rush team. So I wanted to get, let me just look for it real quick. Perfect draft plan with Megaladios that I originally wanted walking to the draft, and I did not end up getting this, so I don't mind telling you guys this. And because then if I told you the draft completely right now, you guys probably wouldn't watch the video. So I did not end up getting this at all. I got completely sniped away from it, which was really, really sad. But the draft plan was Megaladios, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Breloom, Lucario, Florges. I'd actually probably have gotten Florges before Breloom because it would probably been Snipe by then. I don't think I would even gotten Florges before Breloom because I think Potato Jim, he ended up getting Florges really early. So, and after that, I would go for Weezing, Seismitoad, Archeops, Volcarona, and Raichu. I probably wouldn't give Volcarona that late, but I had substitutes for it. The only reason why I said that was because just in case it is there, I would definitely have gone for it at that time. Because a lot of people don't like Volcarona in League format for some reason, so I thought there's a chance it might not go, but ended up going like around 4 or 5, something like that. I know Jack took it, but yeah, and then Raichu would be my last one. I probably wouldn't want to go Raichu. I was thinking about Dugtrio or some different mon besides Raichu, but Raichu would not be that bad. So that was kind of the draft plan walking into it. I really liked that draft plan, and I really wanted to get that. It just had a lot of synergy, I felt, and it just looked really, really nice. But in the first round, I wanted to go for that S rank, which was Excadrill, and Esquilo took it, and I was really, really sad. But Esquilo took it, which kind of sucks, but my second mon that I wanted was Clefable, so I went with Clefable, and Clefable is just an amazing mon, paired with Mega Latios. I already got a Dragon and a Fairy. This thing can run Cosmic Power and be annoying as shit. It can be Calm Mind, it can be defensive, it can be defensive with rocks, it can be a win con every week, as well as Mega Latios. It can be defensive, it can give me switch into certain mons, it gets a ton of coverage. I can even run it Life Orb offensive with Modest Magic Guard. It has so many options, and then the Magic Guard set just hits like a truck, and people are not going to expect it. It's going to be, it's a really good mon, and I cannot wait to use this thing. I'm not extremely comfortable using this in League format just yet. It's a kind of scary mon for me to use, I feel, but because it has a lot of options. I feel like I'm not going to use it too well, but I'm sure I'll be able to use it pretty well. It's a really scary mon, and I've seen it done a lot of work in League format. I know my boy from the NPL, Jolt, he's used this mon really well. He's destroyed teams with it, and I hope he doesn't get in the next NPL season. Please, someone please get Clefable before Jolt does. But now that I got Clefable and Mega Latios, my plan, I was also all these picks, mostly once I got sniped Excadrill, I went to another friend in the NPL, which was Razor Wolf. He helped me a ton with the draft and helping me plan it out, because this was extremely stressful because I got sniped. I did not have a proper draft plan to go with if I did get sniped. And it was all live on stream, so I felt really, really pressured, and there was so much pressure because I was playing the entire draft. I also wanted to be talking in the Skype chat, in the Skype call, and there was just so much going on. I felt really, really pressured, and I ended up being all right, but I ended up getting a pretty good draft in my opinion. But I was just absolutely terrified. So that is yeah. So Clefable, also one main weakness with Mega Latios is the fact that I can get Pursuit Trapped, and I already got a Dark Resist, which is pretty cool. So Razor Wolf and me were talking a lot. I got a little bit of help from other people like Tom and Trev, but yeah, Razor Wolf helped me a ton, so thanks a lot for that. And my original plan was to go Heatran with Clefable and Mega Latios. Fortunately got sniped, so then I wanted to go Raikou. That got sniped as well, so I decided to go with Jirachi. So I've already used this mon in League format before. It's another Psychic type, which is another mon that can get Pursuit Trapped and knocked off and stuff, but I do already have a pretty decent knockoff switch in being Clefable. And I can fix my dark weakness a little bit more. Bisharp is looking like a huge threat to my team, but I'm planning to get something. The plan was to get some pretty cool mon right before my bench picks in order to fix that up. So I'll just tell you guys the plan. The plan was to get Poliwrath then, so hopefully I did not get sniped. That was the plan. And I got my A rank right here. So Jirachi was an A rank. I can't believe this one lasted up to me, because Jirachi is an amazing mon in League format. I've used it pretty well, I think, in the GPC, and I cannot wait to use it again. I'm really comfortable using this mon, and I'm excited to use it again. And so my next mon I wanted, I was thinking about Suicune, and Suicune got sniped. I was going to go Vaporeon. Suicune did not get sniped, so we got my boy Suicune right over here. Suicune is just an amazing mon. I've used it in the March Madness tournament, so I'm pretty comfortable using this thing as well. I'm not going to be running Kurokun every single week. I probably wouldn't even be doing it that much, but if that was a good matchup, I definitely will. I remember the March Madness tournament. I only ran Kurokun once, and that's because I only had like 15 minutes to build my team, and I kind of just said, you know, I don't know what to run on it. Why not Kurokun? I just couldn't think of anything to run on it. But yeah, my team is looking really, really bulky so far, but that's fine. Everyone's calling it like bulky and like terrible on Twitter, and I got already the flincher Jirachi, so people are hating on me, but you know, it's fine. I got this Suicune. Suicune's beautiful. I ran AV, I ran offensive, I ran what else in the MMT? I ran Rest with Roar, so this thing has a lot of options, and I'm really excited to be using it again. I loved Suicune. So now I wasn't sure what to get next, and I was talking about Blake. Blake also helped me quite a bit with the draft, like, you know, we were talking a little bit. And he was telling me that Embor was still available, and he actually likes it on my team, and I was thinking the same thing. I like Embor. The team looks pretty good, and I was originally going to go for Embor, and then he actually ended up telling me, yo, the Nidoqueens are also still available, and I was saying, wait a minute, I want Nidoqueen way more than I want Embor. Plus, Embor ended up getting sniped by Dan even before that. So if I ended up wanting Embor, I wouldn't have been able to get it. But I want to go with Nidoqueen. And so Nidoqueen is just a great mon in League format. It's just so reliable. It's a nice ground immunity, so now I don't have to worry about getting Volt switched on, because right now it's kind of weak to that, and I was kind of scared that I would not be able to deal with that too well. But Nidoqueen is here to save the day. This gives me another rocker. I already got Clef and Jirachi with rocks. I don't have any hazard removers besides Mega Latios, but I wasn't too worried about that, because looking at my team right now, I'm not very too weak to rocks. I got Jirachi which resists rocks. I got Suicune, which can rest up. Nidoqueen is resistant to rocks, and Clefable can even have Magic Guard, and it can soft bolt up anyway. So I'm not very scared about rocks at this point, about hazard removal at this point. So Nidoqueen, just a great mon. I get Toxic Spikes as well with this. This can be defensive, it can be offensive with sheer force, it can be physical, it can be specially offensive, and it can hit really, really hard. So I'm really excited to have this mon. It also gives me another fairy resist, which I really wanted, because my only fairy resist right now is Jirachi, and you know, it'd be nice because I don't want like an offensive fairy destroy me if it just carries hidden power fire. So it's really nice to have that nice poison type right there. So pretty happy with that. It also helps me a little bit versus, you know, offensive fighting types a little bit, because it resists fighting, and it can take an ice punch or two and fire off an earth power. So that is really, really cool. To be fair, Mega Latios deals with offensive fighting types as well, especially if it can outspeed them. So my next mon, everyone was calling my team really fat, so I decided to get the fattest Pokemon of them all, which was Snorlax. So Snorlax and Jirachi for my GBC team were probably my best mons, like in terms of kills and everything, and I got them both back. So I love Snorlax. This thing hits hard. People do not expect it. They don't prep properly for it, and it is an amazing freaking mon. I ran Curse plus 3 attacks in the GPC. I ran Curse, Rest, Sleep Talk. I ran Banded. I ran a lot of things with this thing. I ran Choppleberry like 4 or 5 times, because Choppleberry Lax is like the best Lax, man. But yeah, I'm really excited to have this, and it was only a C rank, so I felt I was getting a lot of bang for my buck. I don't know what to say. I was getting a really good deal with drafting this thing, and I hadn't been drafted yet, so I was really, really glad to get it. I think it's a very good and underestimated mon in League format, and I am excited to use this thing again. I fucking loved it. It also helped me versus, like right now, Gengar destroyed my team, stuff like that. Alakazam destroyed my team. But now that I have Snorlax, I am in a much better position versus, so although Alakazam hurts Snorlax a lot with Side Shock still, but like, you know, the especially offensive threats have really hurt me at this point. So I was really happy to have Lax. I got Lax now, so that is my C pick out of the way. Actually, Nidoqueen was my C pick out of the way, and Suicune was my B rank pick. So I have 2 C ranks, and now I need at least a D and an E rank. We are now on we're coming into round 6. And so I'm looking at my D rank, and I'm really praying that this one does not get sniped. Right now I wanted Whimsicott. And Whimsicott was just a really good mono. Been double fairy, but that didn't really matter. It had base 115 speed. It can be offensive. Give me a nice solid grass type. Give me priority to help me with stuff like a Mega Latios, sweeping and stuff. It got priority stun spores, priority tailwind. It just, like, I could run sub leech seed, stuff like that. It would have been amazing. I could run specs, like Mono did actually in the PPL. He ran offensive a lot, Whimsicott. And it was a good offensive presence on my team because my team doesn't look too fast right now, and I really wanted it because I thought I would have been like literally one of the perfect fits on this team. But Whimsicott ended up getting sniped by King Bub, so that was pretty sad. And it was a D pick. It was a great D pick, and unfortunately, he got sniped. But I was looking at my other D picks, and I wanted Tornadus because I still need a really fast mon besides Mega Latios. So I ended up going with Tornadus. So Tornadus, it's another D rank. I feel like it should be at least a C rank, but so I'm getting a lot of value for this pick, I felt. So that is really nice. It's a pure flying type. It gets priority at Tailwind, priority Rain Dance, which you're going to actually see coming up with my next couple of picks. That Rain Dance could actually be pretty cool. And it's a very reliable Rain Dance setter as well. As I said already, I wanted Poliwrath later to help me with stuff like Bisharp. And so Poliwrath gets Swift Swim. That's my first Swift Swimmer. You're going to see another one later. But Tornadus is just a great freaking mon. It's base 111 speed. When I drafted it, I actually mistook it for Tornadus T, and I was thinking that it was base 121 speed. I knew it was a Tornadus I, but I mistook its speed stat. But still, base 111 is great. Kind of disappointing though, but still, it's a great mon. It's very fast. It outspeeds those base 110s. I can run an AV and stuff like that too. And yeah, 4 attacks, Life Orb can also do a ton of work. I'm really excited for Tornadus Eye this season of the TBU. Now, my next 2 mons, I wasn't really too worried about being sniped. The plan right now was to get Houndoom, Poliwrath, then go Aerodactyl, and then get something like what was it? I was thinking about getting like Shiftry or something as an E rank, and I miscalculated my points. Actually, I could have gotten something better than an E rank for my last pick with those picks, but it was fine. So I was thinking Houndoom I wanted next. I was thinking between a lot of fire types. I wanted to get my E rank right now because I had to get Poliwrath in round 8 because it was an F rank, not an E rank, so that was the last chance that I could draft it. So I went with Houndoom right here, and this gave me an offensive fire type, an offensive dark type, and Poliwrath. Don't sleep on, not Poliwrath, fucking Houndoom. Don't sleep on Houndoom. Houndoom is the best fire dog Pokemon. I'm telling you right now. Better than fucking Entei, better than fucking Arcanine, okay? It's way better than all of them. So, yeah, it is a great mon, in my opinion. It gets, like, stuff like Nasty Plot. You can run Hint Power, Fire Blast, Dark Pulse. It gets Destiny Bond. It gets a lot of freaking cool stuff. And it gets Pursuit, gives me a nice Pursuit Trapper. It gives me a nice, Sucker Punch, so I got some priority on my team. Base 110 special attack is not the worst. I can run it Sash. I can run this thing Life Orb. There's just a lot of things I can run with this thing. And I am excited to use Houndoom a lot, so that is pretty cool. And I've actually looked at some matchups, and it has a really good matchup versus quite a bit of teams, so I'm really excited to use it. Next up, I finally got my Poliwrath. Got that nice water absorb. It helps me versus mons like Weavile, and especially because I'm pretty weak to Pursuit Trapping, this helps a lot. I'm weak to Pursuit Trapping like Mega Latios and Jirachi just get Pursuit Trapped if I do not carry a Colbur Berry on Jirachi or play around it or stuff like that. So that is very scary, so I decided to go with Poliwrath. Helps me versus stuff like Bisharp, which I actually don't play this season, unfortunately, but if we do ever play in the finals, Jack got it. But helps me versus stuff like Weavile, other stuff. So I was really excited to have Poliwrath. Poliwrath was just a really good mon. It also helps me versus stuff like Mega Gyarados. Has just a solid typing, and it can help me versus some of those dark types. Yeah, so that's pretty much it with it. There's not too much. It also gets Swift Swim, so I got my first Swift Swimmer with Tornadus right there. Tornadus is also a very reliable prankster rain dancer, not unlike like stuff like Klefki, which is still pretty reliable. But the thing with Klefki, it suffers a lot from 4 move syndrome. You always want to run spikes. You also want to run at least one offensive move. You want to run rain dance. You want to run this and that, and there's so much stuff. You always want, not always, but you want to run magnet rise sometimes, screens. It just, this mon Tornadus, it's just usually 3 attacks plus rain dance and or tailwind or something like that, and it's a lot easier. Like, it's a really reliable rain dance setter. Like, I can carry rain dance on it without losing on too much stuff. Like I'm not losing too much on a move slot with running rain dance on Tornadus, so I'm pretty happy about that. So Poliwrath is a very good mon. And then the next mon, I really wanted Aerodactyl, because look at my speed tiers, they're not the best right now, and I wanted a really fast mon, which is base 130 speed. And I was praying that this thing did not get sniped, because I had no idea what I was going to do if this thing got sniped. I would have literally cried, okay? And so, just waiting for Aerodactyl now to get sniped, and it's looking like it's not going to get sniped. Then right before me, Jetty, he's just like, in the stream I was listening, he's like, I'm going to draft Aerodactyl, and I just screamed no. But yeah, Aerodactyl ended up getting sniped. Literally the pick right before me literally made me pick. Like, it was terrible. And the reason why I wanted Aerodactyl is because, you know, it was a fast rock type. I wanted an offensive rock type. It gave me rocks. It gave me taunt. It could just destroy teams. Like, looking at some matchups, it helped me versus so many teams that I battle this season, and I would have freaking loved it, but I did not get it. So that made me really sad. And it would help me just so much with my speed tiers. It would have been amazing. And it also gave me offensive rock type, so I had a nice normal resist, a nice flying resist, and stuff like that. It's helped me versus bird spam a little bit. So yeah, unfortunately Aerodactyl did not come to me, which was it was terrible. I really wish I still got it, but unfortunately I did not get it. It also gave me a defogger, which I only have Megaladios at this point, but I'm not really too worried about defog. Just with this team, I only Houndoom and Tornadus are really weak to it, and Aerodactyl would have been too, but it does get defog itself, so it kind of fixes that. By the way, these are going to be my bench picks right now. Aerodactyl would have been on the bench, but I can always take it off the bench. If you guys don't know how the bench works, it's kind of hard to explain the videos, so you guys will see as the season goes on. But I'm not going to be able to have them right away, essentially. So since that mon got picked up, I decided, you know, I'm gonna go Kabutops. It's a D rank still. I got enough points for it, and I'm just gonna go Kabutops. It gives me another the rock type that I wanted. Gives me a spinner now, so I have another like form of hazard remover. I had rocks on this thing as well as Aerodactyl did, but you know, it can be pretty nice. And on top of that, I got that Swift Swim with my Swift Swim Tornadus with rain dance and stuff, so it is pretty cool. I got that rain offense going on. It's funny because I plan to go with sand offense for this team, and I ended up with rain offense, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Kabutops, pretty good pick. I'm really happy about it, and yeah, it's a really good pick. Unfortunately, we didn't get Aerodactyl. Now my next mon I went with was Ambipom, but the thing is, I miscalculated my points. I thought I had to get an E rank right here, and I could have actually gone with a C rank. So in the grace period, I actually dropped completely dropped Ambipom because Ambipom is shit. I'm sorry, Hawker, but I don't like Ambipom. I drafted it because it gave me a nice fast mon, which it would have been my fastest mon at base 115. It gave me like fake out and stuff like that, but I just ended up not. This mon is way better than Ambipom. I'm sorry, and it is such an underestimated mon in League format, and I chose Lucario. I had no idea how this thing did not get drafted at all. It is one of the best mons in League format, I feel. Not one of the best, but it's extremely, extremely good. It gets forms of setup, it gets bulk up, it gets nasty plot, swords dance, calm mind. I can run like sub calm mind, stuff like that. It gets the coverage it gets is nuts. It's only base 95 speed, but it gets E speed, bullet punch, vacuum wave. It just gets tons of priority, and priority that I can use like to revenge kill certain Pokemon and stuff like that. So I am really, really excited about Lucario. It destroys teams. I can run plethora of coverage. It can run Bandit. I can run Specs. I can run Scarf with this thing. Like, there's just so many options with this team, with this Lucario. So overall, I am extremely happy with my team. I love my team. So excited mostly for Tornadus I and Lucario. I'm really excited for those. I'm really excited for Jirachi too, but I've already used it, so I'm not as excited. It's extremely versatile mon, but yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm also really excited about Houndoom, and even Clefable a little bit. But yeah, I am really excited about this season. Now the weaknesses with this team, I don't have the best forms of hazard removal, but I'm not too worried about that, honestly. Really, I'm not. Also, one thing that I'm worried about, I don't have the best way to, the best way for me to deal with Bulky Waters. I think people have told me I'm kind of weak to Bulky Waters because I don't have a grass type or even an electric type. But the thing is, I have a Mega Latios, which can switch in really easily on bulky water types. I can run sub and stuff, and they can't break my sub unless they're carrying Ice Beam, which bulky waters, yeah, they carry Ice Beam, but then they lose up on coverage like Toxic or something. So, you know, if they don't carry Toxic, then I'm setup fodder. I become setup fodder on them. Like, I can carry Calm Mind and stuff like that. They can burn me, but so what? I can still roost off the damage. So, Mega Latios sets up on most bulky waters, so I'm not too worried about that. I can take advantage of them. I can run Life Orb T-Bolt on Clefable. I can run T-Bolt on Jirachi. Suicune, I can kind of deal with them. I can switch in pretty well on them, but still can't really do much back. What else? Snorlax, Bandit Snorlax just does a shit ton to bulky waters anyway, so can't technically switch it on them. Lucario, if I'm Bandit or even Life Orb Close Combat, does 60%, and then if they're bulky water, then I can outspeed them. So there's a lot of stuff that I can do to bulky waters. Also, I got a Water Absorber being Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a great mon. What else? I can run a Power Herb Solar Beam on Houndoom. I got Grass Knot on Tornadus, so I'm not too weak to bulky waters. I can see why people think that, but I still love this draft, guys. And now the last mon is a bench voted pick. And the options that I chose for people to vote for were, let me actually pull it up real quick. The options I chose people to vote for were the Abomasnow, Xatu, Delphox, Ampharos, and Swellow. And the one I wanted mostly was Swellow because at base 125 speed, it could have been really nice. And end up, Erica, I don't know, some confusion went on, and it wasn't in the voting thing. So unfortunately, I didn't have a chance of getting Swellow, which is the one I wanted the most, but that's fine. So these are the results of the voter pick, and Abomasnow ended up winning. So we got Abomasnow. Now the thing is that I didn't really want Abomasnow. I saw that it was winning, and I was sure that's all right. I originally wanted Xatu because I'm pretty hazard weak right now, so it'd be kind of nice to have a magic bouncer. But yeah, I didn't really want Abomasnow, but it ended up winning. And I was thinking it would be all right, but then I found out that we actually had to use our viewer pick at least once in the entire season. So at that point, I really wanted Delphox to win because Delphox seems to be the only one that could really catch up, because I feel Delphox is a lot more usable than Abomasnow, and it just never happened. Abomasnow ended up winning, but the thing is that I already know which matchup I think I want to use Abomasnow. That's a good matchup against one team in particular, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm pretty sure I know exactly which match I want to bring it, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, Abomasnow, I didn't really expect to get this mon. It was a viewer pick, and it can do quite a bit of stuff. It's kind of a weird mon, but it does have a lot of, it's pretty versatile, and people keep on saying that this mon is not going to be able to get used at all. It's pretty bad, and yes, it's not the best mon, but it does have its niches, and I feel like it can be very good. I feel like it's going to be way hard to use this in league format than in standard play, but maybe somebody's going to underestimate it and not bring something like Hidden Power Fire for me or something like that, and I might be able to do well. One thing that's really nice about Abomasnow, at least in OU and stuff like that, not in OU, in tiers, is that it has some nice resistances, whereas it has a lot of weaknesses. It gets that nice electrical weakness, immunity and ground not immunity, but resistance. So it can switch in on certain hits, and it can definitely take a couple of hits, which allows it to be able to check certain mons and stuff. So people might underestimate me, not prepare for it too well, and then I might just bring it, and then it does a lot of work. It doesn't have the best stats, but it does have it can be pretty versatile, this thing. It has base 60 speed, so not the best, but I can still take advantage of that speed a little bit. It gets priority Ice Shard, which is really nice priority. It's really strong priority because it has a decent attack stat. I can run it mixed with Giga Drain. I got Blizzard. I got Snow Warning, which is really nice. You got stuff like Wood Hammer. I can run Leech Seed. I can run SD on this thing. So it does have its niches. I know it can do well in certain matchups, and I was scared. Like, I feel like it's very, very matchup dependent, this mon, and if I didn't, I was scared that I would not have a good matchup. There was no matchup. There's no mon where this mon had a good matchup against any of the teams that I was going up against this season, but it does have a decent matchup against a few, and definitely one in particular that I'm pretty excited when the actual season comes up. So I think that is pretty much it for this draft analysis, guys. You can see my whole team on the bottom right there. I am pretty happy with my team. Only thing is, I wish that I could have gotten a bit faster of a mon, because I know in the GPC that was definitely one of my weaknesses. My main weakness, I felt, was hazard removal. I know I did not fix it. I don't have the best hazard removal with this team. I don't feel that my team is as dependent on getting rid of hazards as my old team was in the GPC. I feel this team, I can deal with hazards, whereas I could not really deal with it in the GPC. And the other thing about the GPC is I didn't have the best speed tiers, and I feel this team is a bit better at speed tiers, but I can definitely do better. Like, it can have better speed tiers. It's not the most ideal, but I still love this team. Also, Abomasnow does give me a grass type, so I do have that fire water grass core now, sort of, if you count Abomasnow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my TBU draft analysis. It was pretty long, but I just want to go in depth and everything. I spent a lot of time editing all this. I've already finished editing everything by the time this has happened, actually. So I would appreciate if you would leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you have not already to the channel. And I will see you guys in a week or two for week 1 of the TBU. I'm excited. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.